I grew up resenting my parents for how much power they had, then spent my adulthood resenting my son for how weak he made me. I loved all concerned parties with my entire heart, which only intensified the agonized connection that makes life worth living. So when the heart monitor on my wife's hospital bed flatlined for the last time, my son became my entire world. I was dumber at 19 than I was at 13. I didn't know how to become a husband at 24, how to become a father at 26, or how to become a widower at 28. But the universe clearly felt that it was best for me to experience trial by fire. Now that I'm past 30, all I want is for my life to slow down so that I can sufficiently catch my breath just enough to stay one step ahead of being crushed. Of course, Zach seemed to think I had all the power in the world. But I don't want to go to first grade this fall. I want to stay in Miss Francis's class, he screamed, his face so red that I thought he might pass out. The angry part of me hoped that my son would render himself unconscious long enough to give me 30 minutes of blissful peace. Mike, you're frustrated with his frustration because you're scared of just how much he's your son, Myra would have told me. And just like that, my late wife calmed me with an echo of memory that reverberated in the space between life and death. Listen, Zach, I said calmly but firmly as I scooped him up. Mr. Jensen, the principal, left a note for all the big kids who are going into first grade. I'm going to read it with you so that we're both less scared. Holy shit, he stopped screaming, the voice in my head yelled. Quickly, read the note before he remembers what he was crying about. I looked wildly around before finding his discarded backpack on the floor. It sat beneath 30 discarded Fisher-Price toys and was caked with Play-Doh. I reached into the backpack and yanked out the principal's note. Unable to shake the Play-Doh off my fingers, I wiped it on my shirt and focused on reading. Zach nuzzled up against me. I froze like I was handling dynamite and read the note. Happy summer, Sycamore Elementary. I know that the future high school class of 2031 is excited about starting their journey into the first grade. Zach yawned. I let him roll to the floor as I continued to talk, hoping that he might be headed to an early nap time. In order to be ready for a fantastic year ahead, I'm asking all my little Wildcats to let their parents know about our school guidelines. I figured this was a gimmick to make both the kids and their parents more invested in the message. I'll be honest, it worked on me. First of all, make sure that your parents have checked the list of supplies that every little Wildcat needs to have the best possible first grade year. Secondly, remember the importance of washing every day. We're a lice-free zone at Sycamore Elementary. Heck, one child must have caused an outbreak last year. The dirty kid's parents probably felt like shit after discovering that they had initiated a public conversation about headworms. 3. Parents, your children's bodies are changing. Many are developing odors. Keep an eye on your children. Fuck, Principal Jensen. Be careful how you phrase this shit. Your delivery is creepy. 4. Smiling children are cute children. Put on a happy face each day. 5. Fill out the home address form so that we know where you live. This is where I started getting uncomfortable. 6. Thursdays are always silly clown days. Don't be afraid of a little makeup. 7. There will be no nap time in first grade, but the sleepy surveillance footage, TM, from each kindergarten class will be kept on file indefinitely. 8. Remember that all parent complaints need to be addressed to Principal Jensen, even if the complaint concerns Principal Jensen. Remember that Principal Jensen is a person too, and that he already knew your address. I told you to keep an eye on your children. My blood froze. They did the same to me. My son has been gone for a month. The only way to get him back is by continuing this cycle. I am so sorry, Mike. I dropped the paper and looked to the ground. Zach was gone.